Hi, it's Dr. Denise Taylor. Would you like to know when you're going to die? It's been quite interesting. As I'm writing my book, I've came across a paper and that had a reference to some doctor who's come up with a longevity index, and it's quite long. And I went through all the questions and I answered them all properly, truthfully. And of course it wants to know your age and weight and your medical history. And I don't have anybody in my family who's died of heart attack, so that's all a big plus. It talked about eating, it talked about how you deal with stress. And I think by the time I answered all the questions, I came up with an age of 98, which would be wonderful if I can stay in good health until then, but clearly we don't know. I could get run over by a bus sort of thing. We never know what's going to happen. Interestingly, I changed my weight because I'm overweight at the moment, and it made no difference when I knocked a few stone off. So that wasn't the key factor, but I think stress is, and family history is, because a lot's down to your genes. And then I came across, I've now keep on coming across them, and I came across one by a financial services company, and that was very short. It was trying to work out how long you needed to invest for your pension. Pretty much it was just age and weight and a bit of family history. And that one put me at 92. And again, I was adjusting my weight. That's not making a difference. So that's not really an incentive to me to lose the weight that I clearly would love to do. But of course, if I ended up getting diabetes or being told that I was in risk of doing it, then that would probably prompt me to lose a couple of stone. But I think it's interesting. It's interesting to think about that. And I forgot to say that on the first one, it was about, well, what are your views of aging? And I'm 65, I'll be 66 later this year. And it's like, this is absolutely fine. As you can see, I don't dye my hair. I still don't wear makeup. And I'm quite happy to embrace the age that I am. But a lot of people don't. And it must be really hard if you're in the public eye, because you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Because you can just think of some of the celebrities that we read about in all of the press, not just the popular ones. But it's your views of aging. And if you worry about aging and think it's going to be a hard time and you're pessimistic for the future, that has a real negative impact about how things are going to go and how long you're going to live. And that, being optimistic about your future, is such an important position to be in. And I'd like you to have a think about, well, am I feeling optimistic about it? What are my views of aging? And, be honest, because you may be worried. You may have a family history and worry about that, how that's going to be. You may have based your life on how you look externally, and many people do. And as your external appearance changes, then you might wonder about the internal you. So something else to think about. Now, if I can help in any way, clearly these are areas that I work on with my clients. But as I'm working towards submitting my manuscript for my next book, which is Rethink Retirement, I'm very much thinking about how people make ageist comments, but how often the worst is ourselves, and how we can say negative things about us, because I trip a lot. And if I trip over, I've just fallen over. I've not had a fall. And sometimes people can say, oh, I can't do that because of the age that I am. It's like, age is not going to stop me. I mean, I might not be going out clubbing till 3 a.m. and be really looking forward to one that closes at about 11, or at least leaving at 11. So I think we make adaptations. So this, like many of the other videos I do, is unscripted. I just talk from the heart. And I hope within it that there are aspects that you find interesting and thoughtful, and just gives you something to think, ponder on. And if it has led to anything, I would love to hear from you. But until next time, take care. It's Denise Taylor. Take care. Bye-bye.